Hey everyone, Dumbledore here. Today I want to do a short little rambling about procrastination and, well, time. Both of these things share something in common. Time. Obviously the latter is time, but procrastination is another, which is related to time. Uh, am I making sense of things? Anyway, procrastinating happens when you just don't feel motivated to do it, but you're just allowing time to just waste it for you. But is procrastinating a bad habit? Now, I am guilty to admit it, but procrastinating is something that honestly happens to me whenever I just don't feel the motivation to do anything. I do have plans I want to tackle when it comes to art, coding, or maybe a video project like this. But there's just so many things I wanted to do that I don't have all the time in a day just to do them, nor do I feel like I want to do them. I don't want to force myself into doing something when I'm just not in the right place or in the right time or with the right mindset. But I doubt that's the problem when, honestly, in my case, it's more to do with how I approach things. Now, sometimes I take things longer than I let it be, and part of that is my own fault. But is it a bad habit? Well, maybe, but ultimately, what matters is when you get it done, you get it done. But maybe in terms of the procrastination, sometimes taking it slow and easy can be better. Sometimes I find it quite noticeable when if I were to take something longer to do to finish a project and I gave myself breaks in between, I would tend to go back to it and spotted problems before then I thought there were no problems. I guess when you're in the middle of something, you're at that moment and you just tend to forget the problems. But when you return to it, you get a better, well, you see it better. Something that otherwise you're probably skipping it out over. People wanted to get things done in life, trying to make the most of it, and understandably so, we want to get things done as soon as possible to maximize our productivity. But is it really the case? Do we really need to be always productive at all times? Well, again, that really depends per person. Sometimes I think that if you're one of the more busier folks out there that does more work than me, well, cool. I guess you can get more done. But maybe sometimes overworking yourself can be, I don't know what to say, but it can drive you nuts at some point, and maybe stressful at that. Perhaps you'll feel so tired that you forget what having fun is all about when you take fun into work. And the funny thing is, I kind of prefer to work more than to play sometimes, but when you're doing something that makes you enjoy it, that's good productivity. But sometimes we just need to step aside for a moment and allow ourselves to breathe before we can continue. For my philosophy lately is you can set up an estimate, but don't don't dedicate something to it 100%. At least try the best to do it. I can understand that on a more larger, serious projects, you really have to commit to it better. And I know that I'm not like a perfect planner. Even I didn't even do well back at college, but for me, that's more of a learning experience than a fault. But you know what? If procrastinating is the key that we all need to have once in a lifetime, I think it's better to word it as take it slow, enjoy life sometimes, get back to it when you can, and make the most of it. Hopefully, this little rambling will teach you something. And don't feel bad if you don't get things done, because you will eventually get it done. Goodbye.